Are you looking for ways to grow your business income and you're trying to figure out whether it's actually worth the investment to hire a business coach? If so, you're in the perfect place. I'm Adrienne with Build a Life by Design, and today I'm going to walk you through the 5 ways that a business coach can help you to grow your business. I think it goes without saying that a coach of any kind can help you in whatever it is you're working on, right? If you're working in the sports industry, a batting coach can help you to hit more balls, right? A catching coach can help you to catch more balls. Any kind of coach can help you with what they specifically focus on. So the question of, can a coach help you? Absolutely yes. But specifically, if you're wondering how a business coach can help you, and even more specifically, an online business coach, that's what I'm going to take you through today. The 5 ways that a business coach can help you in your business, which in turn down the road should help you to grow your business and increase your revenue and your income. So let's jump right into it. Number 1, a business coach has very helpful 2020 insights, meaning they've already walked that path. They've already done that work. They've already learned that lesson or used that tool or tried that strategy. And of course, having gone through all of that learning curve themselves already, they're going to be able to look back and say, if I could do it differently from the very beginning, how would I do it? They have that insight because they've been there and they've done that. And now they're looking back at what they already learned. And they're saying, ooh, if I could do it differently, here's exactly how I would do it from the beginning. And they can give that insight to you. You are at the beginning, right? And that's exactly what you need. So the benefit of that, of course, is that you get these insights that you would never otherwise have unless you had gone through the same learning curve. They're taking their learning curve, condensing it into some helpful tips to help you to shorten yours as well. Number 2, a business coach can see your blind spots, things that you're not even aware of that are holding you back or slowing you down or preventing you from earning more income. So just a few quick examples of that. You might have an amazing online course that you're selling, and you might be running ads to sell that course and sending correspondence to your email list and wondering, why am I not making more money with this, right? Why is it so expensive to get this out there and promote it? How do I increase my revenue, right? Well, you might be completely oblivious to the fact that there's a thing that exists called upsells and downsells. You've never even heard of it. You don't even know what it is. But because your business coach knows what it is, they can easily look at your situation and say, oh, you're actually at a really good starting point. All you need is a couple upsells and downsells. And you're thinking, the what? What are those? What do I need? Right? You're completely blind to it because you don't even know it exists, but they do, right? So they can help you to see things you're blind to, including things that maybe are in your belief and mindset, right? You might have limiting beliefs that are holding you back and preventing you from taking that next step. And it's not even a real barrier. It's just in your head, right? But you can't see it because you're blind to it. And they can make you aware of it and they can talk you through it and they can help you to essentially see something you couldn't even see before. All of a sudden now, you see how it works. You see that, yes, you can do it. You just had this limiting belief that was holding you back. You move forward and they can not only help you to, address the mindset, but then give you the tools and the skill sets you need to blow past that limiting belief and go way further than you would have been able to. It's like they took the blinders off, right? It's like, imagine yourself walking around trying to build a business with the blindfold on. Well, a coach can come and take that blindfold off for you. One of my blind spots, I kept thinking, in order to earn more, in order to succeed more, in order to do better, I need to do more. So I had my hands in all kinds of stuff, you guys. And my business coach came along and she said, you're actually trying to do too many things. You need to focus on fewer things. That was mind-blowing to me. In my head, more success meant more things, not fewer things. It was a mindset thing, and it translated to my actions. So I was spending a lot of time on things that weren't actually going to give me as big of a return as just the few things that she had me focus on. So that's just a great example of how a coach can help you to see your blind spots. Number 3, a coach can help you to prioritize. So if you are anywhere near in a situation like me where you're realizing, I need to do all the things to succeed, but you don't know which things are actually more important than the other things. Should I do this first or this first? Right? I have this list of to-dos and this list of to-dos. Which one is more important? Which one should I prioritize? Should I be spending more time on social or on email? Should I be spending more time with video or written copy, right? Should I be spending more time on my own offers or affiliate offers? A coach knows what the return of various things will be and how much work goes into those things. And they can help you to prioritize them in the correct order so that you are making the absolute most of every minute that you put into your business, rather than running around like a chicken with your head cut off, trying to do everything. And let's be honest, no one can do it all, you guys. So you need to be able to focus on the right things and prioritize them accordingly. And a business coach can absolutely help you to do that. Number 4, a business coach can help you to save time and money. I know in the beginning when you're first looking at paying for a coach, all you see is the cost, right? You see what you're paying out. But what you're not seeing necessarily on the surface is all the time and money that that coach can save you in the long run. So if you're trying to do it all yourself and you're trying to go through that learning curve all by yourself, you're going up this learning curve and you have a lot to learn to get to the top. Along that learning curve, there's lots of cycles of trial and error and trial and error and error and error. So that's a lot of time when you're trying to go through that learning curve completely on your own, right? Versus a coach has been through that entire learning curve. They went through all the cycles of trial and error. They knew which ones were helpful and which ones were just a waste of time. And so they can say, you know what? I see you going down this path. Cut out this, this, and this, and let's condense that learning curve into a much shorter one, right? You can get to that same level of income without as many rounds of trial and error. If you can get to that same level of income in half the time, they have saved you tons of time, but it took the initial investment with them to get started. Similarly, they can save you tons of money. All those different rounds of trial and error, sometimes you're just spending time, sometimes you're spending money, right? Let's say you want to learn how to place ads. So you're going through trial and error on ads. Well, you can sink a lot of money into ads and waste a ton of money if you don't know what you're doing. Same thing goes for, creating webinars or creating digital courses or just simply learning how to use and structure a sales funnel. You can spend a lot of money on different platforms, different systems, different memberships, things like that, and waste a lot of it. Because if you're using, a bunch of different platforms and systems that aren't actually right for what you're trying to do, you get a month or two in and you realize, oh shoot, this is not actually what I need. Well, you just spent 2 months worth of money using a tool that was wrong for you. That coach can look at what you're doing and say, oh, if this is what you're trying to do, this is the tool you need. Don't bother with this other one. That'll be a waste of your money. But you'll never get that insight without a business coach, without someone who's gone ahead, gone through that same trial and error, right? So they can save you tons of time and tons of money. So try not to look at the cost of a coach as just like, what's the cost? Yeah, they cost money. They do. But what's the value that you're getting? If the value that you're getting is that you're shaving 6 months off your learning curve and you're going to save $500 by not using the wrong tools, that may have paid for the coach in and of itself right there. With one insight, with one bit of advice they could give you, you could have paid for the entire coach. You have to not just look at the cost, but look at the value of what you're getting and realize, know in your mind, they're going to save you time and money in the long run. And number 5, a business coach has the right tools and resources at their disposal, right? So it just makes sense. If they've already gone through that learning curve, they've tried lots of different platforms, lots of different tools, lots of different resources. They've zeroed in on the ones that give you the best bang for your buck, right? Are the easiest to use, are the most cost effective, various factors. And as you're moving into new spaces, a lot of times they can flip you the one resource you need, right? Rather than you having to try 5 or 6 to find the right one. And a lot of times, depending on what kind of a business coach you hire, a lot of times they have access to those tools or systems at discounted prices, or they have access to trial offers at a lower price, things like that. So because they've gone ahead of you and they've already gone through all that learning, they've handpicked the right tools and resources that can save you, again, lots of time and money. But of course, if you haven't walked that road, you don't have those resources yet. They may have a resource that could cut your time in half on something that you don't even know exists. And so imagine, learning and implementing all the right tools and resources at the right times. Now, a resource isn't just a platform or a system, right? Or a website. A resource can be a person too. They might have a personal connection with someone who can network you in with someone that you otherwise never would have had a network connection with. So it's not just about platforms, systems, and money. Sometimes it's about relationships and people and networks. People are resources too. And so if they can connect you in with a whole new network that you otherwise would not have had access to, that can be extremely powerful for your business. So as you can see, a business coach can help you in so many ways that can shorten your learning curve, save you time, save you money, save you a lot of headache, save you a lot of frustration. And so yes, there is a cost to hiring a business coach, but yes, it's absolutely worth it. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that there's various types of coaches and there's various types of coaching. So one example is that you could enroll in a group coaching program, which generally it's a group setting. And because it's a group setting, you're not necessarily getting one-on-one time with the instructor. You're getting maybe 5-on-1 or 10-on-1 time. So it's going to be less expensive. So if you're looking for coaching, but you need like a lower ticket option, group coaching might be perfect for you. Of course, on the flip side, if you want one-on-one attention from a coach and you want to get very specific with them, maybe you want to screen share with them, maybe you want to show them your copy or show them your creative and get their feedback one-on-one, of course, that's more expensive because now you're paying for their time. Instead of having 10 people pay towards their time with you, it's just you, right? But that can also be far more powerful because you're getting that one-on-one feedback. So it's just a matter of what kind of coaching do you need. Group coaching tends to be less expensive, but you don't necessarily get the one-on-one value. And then one-on-one coaching is more expensive, but you get all of that coach's time when they're spending time with you. Another thing to consider is how many steps ahead of you are they? Meaning, the best coaches are people who are doing exactly what you're looking to do, right? The question is, are they 2 steps ahead of you or are they 22 steps ahead of you? If someone is 22 steps ahead and they are like the expert of the expert of the expert, they're going to be way more expensive than someone who's only 2 steps ahead of you. They're far enough ahead of you that they've learned a lot and they can still help you, but they're not charging them as much as the ultimate expert on that topic. So look for someone, if you want the ultimate expert, look for that big name. And the big names, you've probably seen them around before. But if you want someone who's a little bit more affordable and who can relate to you better, look for someone who's just 2 steps ahead, right? The person who's 22 steps ahead, they probably can't even remember what it's like to be way back here. But the person who's 2 steps ahead, they can absolutely remember being there. It wasn't that long ago. And so when you start asking questions, they're going to understand why you're asking those questions. They're going to understand the mindset that might be behind some of those questions. And they're going to understand how to help you move past them quicker. So it's actually to your advantage to choose someone who's only a few steps ahead. They'll relate to you better. They'll be able to give you more direct coaching. And you'll be able to relate to them and vice versa. They'll probably also be more affordable. So that's a big plus too. Just things to keep in mind as you consider whether or not coaching might be what you need to take your business to the next level. I'm Adrienne with Build a Life by Design, and I help people to build 6-figure incomes from home so they can have true freedom in their lives. If you think about it, as long as you're trading time for money, right? You're putting in the hours to get paid, or you're finishing the shift to get the paycheck, or you're working the salaried hours that you negotiated to get that salary, you're trading time for money. You're never going to own your time. Your boss is going to own your time, or the company you work for is going to own your time, and you get whatever's left at the end of the shift, right? Or at the end of the workday. So the only way to break that barrier of trading time for money is to create passive income. Passive income breaks that bond. It's not trading time for money. In fact, you can do the work once and get paid on it over and over and over. So if you're looking for time freedom, and if you're looking for a level of income that can allow you to make a bigger difference to your family or a bigger difference in your community, and especially if you're interested in things like building nonprofits or helping the less fortunate or, making big changes in the world, big changes a lot of times take big money. And the best way to generate that outside of just working to the bone is through passive income. So if that's where you're at, if that's what you're interested in, or even if you're just super curious how that works, that's what this channel's all about. So if you're on YouTube, you can either click the title heading of the video that you're watching right now, right down there, and it'll open up a description of what I'm teaching on today, helpful links to take you to other resources, everything you might need to explore further what I shared with you today. Also, if you're on YouTube, my logo will pop up over here and you can just tap it to subscribe. Be sure to hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss anything. And the next video will pop up over here so that you can continue to watch and learn and just absorb all the goodness that I share on this channel. Hope that was helpful, you guys. If you are looking for group coaching and that's something you're interested in one of the links below, I do share an option for my group coaching program, okay, so that you can get group coaching along with a group of other people, keep it more affordable, but also get a ton of really good information. Now, if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, that's also something I offer, but only to people in my inner circle. So check out the group coaching first. See if that trips your trigger. And if so, there will be opportunities for you to reach out and talk to me about one-on-one coaching. Hope that was helpful, you guys. I hope that this starts the beginning of your business taking off and hitting that high trajectory. As always, I'll see you in the next video.